All right, so I guess the Epstein files were finally released. They released a video with about 12 hours of footage with 1 minute missing of one of the cameras that's outside of the cell block for Epstein, saying, hey, this is proof. Essentially, they're still going with the lie that there was nothing involved, nothing shady. There was nobody else involved.
Do you think that myself, Bongino, and others would participate in hiding information about Epstein's grotesque activities?
Yes.
Yes.
They admit there's thousands of victims according to the videos that they have, but nobody else is involved. There is no list. There is no clients. What they said after they looked at the file and what they're saying now is night and day. Here's some clips that I think y'all should just watch to understand how deep this goes.
Bill Clinton.
Nice guy. Got a lot of problems coming up, in my opinion, with the famous island with Jeffrey Epstein.
That island was really a cesspool. There's no question about it. Just ask Prince Andrew.
You say that the FBI has Epstein's list. They're sitting on it. That doesn't seem like something you should do. You're protecting the world's foremost predator. That seems like an evil thing to do, regardless of who may be embarrassed in the release of that list. Why is the FBI protecting the greatest in human history?
Simple, because of who's on that list.
Okay, so these are all people before they were in power and how they discussed it, all right?
This doesn't look right. It doesn't look like a suicide.
Epstein's an intelligence asset for people in the Middle East, right? I'm like, no, I didn't know that. I'm like, you sure of that? The person, let's say, is like, I'm absolutely sure of that. His plane and that island, the cameras, there's a big assumption out there that these videotapes were exclusively in the custody of Epstein. That's a huge mistake. The reason they wanted this story to go away is because there's an assumption like, oh yeah, Epstein had him. No, he wasn't the only one who had him, according to this source. These assets, that's why this blackmail story makes so much sense.
There are a lot of people who are knee deep in the Washington swamp who are not telling you the truth about serious allegations out there that Epstein may have had video and audio of people out there doing things they shouldn't have been doing. And you should be asking yourself the question, how is it that all these people, the CIA director, the Obama fixer, Bill Clinton, all intersected paths with Jeffrey Epstein? Jeffrey Epstein isn't with us anymore, and nobody seems to want to talk about it.
Would you declassify the 9/11 files?
Yeah.
Would you declassify JFK files?
Yeah.
Would you declassify the Epstein files?
Yeah, I would.
It's wild. They actually edited this clip to cut this last answer out on some of the releases. Yup.
I want to talk to you about the Epstein case. I have worked on this for years, trying to get those records of who flew on Epstein's plane and who helped him build this international human trafficking ring.
Absolutely, Senator. Child trafficking has no place in the United States of America, and I will do everything, if confirmed as FBI director, to make sure the American public knows the full weight of what happened in the past.
Release the list.
Seriously, we need to release the Epstein list. That is an important thing.
The DOJ may be releasing the list of Jeffrey Epstein's clients. Will that really happen?
It's sitting on my desk right now to review.
A lot of people are wondering, because you said last week that you have the Epstein files on your desk, is when can we see them and what's taking so long to release them?
I do. Jesse, there are well over, this will make you sick, 200 victims. 200. So we have over 250 actually. So we have to make sure that their identity is protected. Other than that, I think tomorrow, Jesse, breaking news right now, you're going to see some Epstein information being released.
What kind? Are we going to see who was on the flights? Are we going to see any evidence from what he recorded? Because he had all of his homes wired with recording devices.
Yeah, what you're going to see hopefully tomorrow is a lot of flight logs, a lot of names, a lot of information.
And I just want to stop right there. Flight logs, they track who leaves the country and who are the names on the charters. They know. So let me understand this. You guys know that all these rich and influential people went on this island. You guys also have videos of thousands of people being tracked, but only Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell are involved. So all these people are visiting this island to go hang out and have cookies, but none of them indulged in none of the underage stuff?
I have a bunch of victims, but no culprit.
And okay, maybe Maybe
what?
Maybe they didn't diddle the kids. Why won't you release the names of the people who kept visiting the islands who are high profile?
But in this case, in Epstein's case, it is incredibly disturbing. We have flight logs, we have information, names that will come out.
Is it going to be shocking?
I don't see how it's not shocking that there were so many individuals that were hidden and kept secret and not been held accountable.
And that's what's shocking. The fact that after all that shit, nothing. Shocking.
Yeah. And all these people are talking, they've seen the list. They've seen the flight logs. They've seen who these people are. All of a sudden, there is no list.
They know.
There are no other people.
They know.
Now, is that the only thing that would be redacted? Will everything else be made public?
It's always about protecting the victim. But you know what? We believe in transparency, and America has the right to know.
What we know is that this was a large network. Only one person has been prosecuted for these crimes, and that is Ghislaine Maxwell.
If there was a video of some guy or gal committing felonies on an island and I'm in charge, don't you think you'd see it?
No, I don't think you'd see it.
No, trust me, bro.
No.
Trust me, bro. You think I would do that to you, bro? Yo. Do you think I would do that to you? That's really the government's... You think the government would lie to you, bro?
Get the fuck out
bro,
of my face,
you think I would ever do... Come on, how could you accuse me of that? What evidence? Like, what have I ever done? When has the government ever lied to you? Why would you think... And that has been cheating the whole time, literally before your first date, you just been cheating the whole time? Shut up, bro. And you know what's funny to me is like, it's also your job to lie to the public. There's classified information. You're not supposed to reveal things. That's part of the job. If you're in the military, you're literally supposed to lie to the public or not tell them anything about what y'all got going on because you're bound by your oath. You're bound by those duties.
Don't you think, yo, bro?
Bro. Because you know what this government's trying to do? This government's trying to act like they're super transparent. That they're always going to reveal things that we're different than previous governments.
They're not.
You get in and you realize they all joined the swamp.
Period.
Right.
If I have it.
Right. If you have it.
Right.
But you can't say that you have it.
I gotta admit, Joe.
No, that's
a good one.
Did Jeffrey Epstein himself or did somebody kill him?
Senator, I believe he himself in a cell in the Metropolitan Detention Center.
People don't believe it.
Well, I mean, listen, they have a right to their opinion, but as someone who has worked as a public defender, as a prosecutor, who's been in that prison system, who's been in the Metropolitan Detention Center, who's been in segregated housing, you know a side when you see one, and that's what that was.
You know the worst part is, I don't even doubt that he may have taken his life. I actually believe he did. My main thing is this. The lawyer visiting just before, all the failures that they induced, the cameras going out, the no cellmate, even though it's common procedure. There were a lot of failures and mistakes and coincidences and procedures that weren't followed that make this suspicious. To me, what I honestly think happened was after this guy found out he was not getting out, after his lawyer told him, he basically said, listen, they're not going to go after your family or kids or your assets or whatever. You got to just take your own life. And he's like, listen, I'm not going to put my people through this. I'm going to just take, and it dies with me. That's what I personally think happened. Okay? So them going with this whole like, I don't even think that's not true, but I don't believe them when they say the shit about the list. You know, one of the weirdest parts? I believe that this guy, he kind of worked in investments, even though he had no background. People would pay him insane amounts of money to manage cash and investments. Zero background in it, didn't have the craziest track record. And a lot of these people also paid him and they would visit the island.
That's what you...
And on that island, a lot of trafficking happened. In fact, some of the victims took pictures with Epstein and celebrities. Yeah. And you want me to believe that this dude was trafficking, making all this money and never offered it to you guys were just flying to his island to hang out?
I think he was a spy.
That's a theory that a lot of people go with.
I think he was a spy. And then when he became a liability, because that's how he was a spy to be able to control a lot of America. That's the main point of blackmail everything. You don't do exactly what you're going to get in power. You're going to do exactly what we're told. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're going to back us up. You're going to do whatever we're telling you to do, or you lose everything, and your man's going to lose everything. And we have so much dirt on everybody. That's why we tape this shit. We have so much dirt on everybody that we're going to be able to direct what we want.
I like that theory.
You know what I mean? That's what I think.
Yeah.
And you're going to get the video of the cell, and you're going to see for yourself.
There is no video of the cell. That's a lie. There's a video of the common area You don't see the South. You don't see all the entrances. You don't see most of this stuff. You don't really see anything. Even though there's that 1 minute missing around midnight, people are saying that's super suspicious. That common area, even if that minute's there, is not that important to me. That is just them deflecting off what they claimed.
Overnight, the FBI and Justice Department releasing 11 hours of footage they say helps confirm notorious financier Jeffrey Epstein died by suicide in his Manhattan jail cell in 2019. But perhaps the biggest bombshell, investigators say they found no incriminating client list of Epstein's, no credible evidence that Epstein blackmailed prominent individuals, and no evidence that could predicate an investigation against uncharged third parties.
Well, I mean, no evidence that Epstein blackmailed prominent individuals, probably because a lot of these people still work in government right now. I mean, if I was blackmailed and I didn't want whatever he had on me to be out there, I certainly wouldn't okay the investigation into the blackmail evidence to come out to the public. I'd be like, nigga's dead, hide that shit, you not gonna fuck me over. He was trying to fuck me over, y'all not gonna fuck me over. So it's just...
I think it's bigger than Epstein.
But yeah, to me, I just thought this whole thing was funny. Trump, in a recent interview, he did something that was hilarious. I think they were being asked about it. He got really defensive.
Alex Costa, he allegedly said that he did work for an intelligence agency. So could you resolve whether or not he did? And also, could you say why there was a minute missing from the jailhouse tape on the night set?
Yeah, sure. If I
Pam, could I just interrupt for
Sure.
1 second? Are you still talking about Jeffrey Epstein? This guy's been talking.
Yo, we talking about practice?
We talking about practice.
Practice? Hey, we talking about trafficking? Trafficking. Yo, are we talking about trafficking? Little kids getting diddled? Is that what we talking about? Again? Again? I like how he's pretending like this shit not important. Like, you guys just told us that there's a client list. You guys told us there's thousands of victims. And he's like...
You try to Jedi mind trick that shit. It didn't happen.
Yeah, it's like...
There is no list.
I can't believe he's trying to gloss over something. Thousands of victims.
Yeah, you said that.
And you're just like, why y'all talking about this?
Because you said that.
Would you declassify the Epstein files?
Yeah, I would.
You hyped it up.
Yeah. And
that was one of your main point why you got elected.
That's it. And the whole thing is you guys kept telling us that this is a cover-up and that there's a bunch of high profile or our tax dollars are going to people who are doing this. And you're like, why do you guys care? Why does the American public care? Of course the American public is going to care. I don't know. It's a funny response.
This guy's been talked about for years. You're asking, we have Texas, we have this, we have all of the things. And are people still talking about this guy, this creep? That is unbelievable. I mean, I can't believe you're asking a question on Epstein at a time like this where we're having some of the greatest success and also tragedy with what happened in Texas. It just seems like a desecration.
Why do you want to talk about human trafficking? Do you not see the stock market? Why do you want to talk about thousands of victims being trafficked, little girls and boys? Why do you want to talk about that?
Money.
Do you not see what happened in Iran?
but you said but you're the one that said that there was a list.
Can't hear you. Money. You're too busy speaking poor. It's not for you.
Yeah, but you
that's why you'll get trapped. Next question.
But we elected you because you said that you would release those, and well,
we're too busy winning over here. Thanks. Next question.
But you go ahead.
Sure. First to back up on that, in February I did an interview on Fox, and it's been getting a lot of attention because I said I was asked a question about the client list, and my response was, it's sitting on my desk to be reviewed, meaning the file along with the JFK, MLK files as well.
Yeah. And she said all the names are going to come out.
What kind? Are we going to see who was on the flights? Are we going to see any evidence?
What you're going to see is a lot of flight logs, a lot of names.
That's what you said. The flight logs, the people on those flights, that's what you said.
To him being an agent, I have no knowledge about that. We can get back to you on that.
We can get back to you on that never.
Yeah. Anyways, I'm not going to listen to these people lie. It was funny to watch a bunch of conservative commentators do an about face and defend Trump on this. It was very interesting to watch a lot of them say, like, this Epstein stuff, can we move on now? When they were the ones yapping about it for years. When they were the ones telling us how important it is and how Obama's involved, how Bill Clinton's involved. I'm like, cool. Me personally, if you're a child predator, go to jail. I don't care who it is. But now, all of a sudden, now that Daddy Trump's been implicated by Elon Musk and a lot of other people, now that they're the ones covering up in line, a lot of them want to move on. And it goes to show you, All this shit is about allegiances.
Yeah,
it's about teams.
It doesn't matter about the Jews.
None of this is principled. None of this matters. I watch PPD, all these different podcasts, all of them just yapping in line. This is not that important. You guys wouldn't believe that Trump would, I don't know none of these people, and neither do you. So why are you guys sitting there acting like these people would never? I'm sorry, but if you keep a friend who's a trafficker and who's trafficked 1,000 people and you call him your dear friend for a long time, that's incredibly sus to me, especially when you've been on his jet to his island where some of these girls were trafficked. Shut your ass up. You were even in pictures with some of them that were trafficked. I don't understand. I don't believe none of these people would give even 1/10 of the grace they're giving this administration and the people involved if it was Obama, Biden, or anybody else. That's the truth.
It's what you said, man. It's allegiance. And it's because they're really just protecting their team. Your team fuck up. Yeah. Their team is doing great. Yeah.
True.
Well, that's because it's the ref. It's the ref. Fucking ref. No, your team sucks. Okay? It's not the ref. It's not the rules of the game. It's as a matter of fact, your team made the rules of the game.
Yes.
Your team sucks.
Anything else?
No.
All right, let us know what y'all think in the comments.
I'm not surprised. Are you surprised though? Yeah.